Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Bruce Wayne, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Bruce Wayne Live. What's going on? I hope everybody's good. Little delay getting the show started. Wonderful Sunday. I was having fun out there. I hope you were having fun out there as well. So much to talk about, so much happening in the world that we live in. Like I said, I hope everybody's being safe out there. You know, they lifted a lot of restrictions and people is getting it in as far as hanging out with the COVID-19, being out there and all that. But all I got to say is if you are going out, just take care of yourselves. Just take care of yourselves. If this is your first time watching the show, you're now tuned in to Bruce Wayne Live. I come on every Sunday at 8 p.m. or within them time constraints and talk my shit, play some music, and just stay connected. And we just have a little good time and keep up on current events. If you are watching this on Facebook, or no matter where you're watching this, make sure you shoot over to Hip Hop Heads Worldwide and join my group, Hip Hop Heads Worldwide. That is the Batman's group. Make sure you shoot over there, the most popping group on Facebook. Make sure you shoot over to Hip Hop Heads Worldwide. Once you see that sign, you know you are dealing with the Batman. You know, once you see that logo, the flags, you know you have arrived at the right destination. You have arrived at the right destination. Also, if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the kid. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up on the latest videos from Bruce Wayne Live and also my latest music releases. If you don't know who I am, go Google me. I have no time to run through my credentials, which is very extensive. This is show 9, and I did that in show 1. But let's get into it, man. One of my favorite comedians, he got it in. And my man, Dave Chappelle, came out of nowhere with a surprise special. I don't know how many of y'all got to tune into the special. I was definitely surprised. I wasn't expecting it to happen. I don't even know how I got wind of it. I don't know if it was just on Facebook. Maybe somebody blasted it off in the group Hip Hop Heads Worldwide. But it was dope. And he addressed the George Floyd incident, spoke very passionately about it. And he was disturbed by it, like most black men and most human beings were after that disgusting display in Minneapolis, the taking of George Floyd's life by David Chauvin. He addressed it. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone that hasn't seen it, but it's some of his best work. And usually when it comes to comedy, a lot of times the real stuff is what really hits at home. Stuff that's affecting our everyday lives is really what's deep, instead of a lot of the far-fetched material that some comedians could come with. But Dave nailed it, man. He's very passionate. He took a shot at Don Lemon. Of course, he was addressing systematic racism in America. Acknowledging the global impact and the marches and bigging up the protesters as I do myself. Yeah, but back to what I was saying, he took a shot at Don Lemon. If you don't know who Don Lemon is, that is the host. He's a host on CNN. He's a CNN pundit, and I actually like Don Lemon. You know what I mean? Most of the times he's on the right side. And if you're on the right side, I'm rocking with you. But he just took a shot at him. Don Lemon did reply. It wasn't nothing crazy. He was actually more like just honored that Chappelle even mentioned his name. And he kept it moving. He said, yo, maybe my nieces and nephews will feel I'm cool now. But basically he took the high road, and I'm glad he took the high road because it seems like they were trying to like set him up. Like, yo, the new Dave Chappelle special came out. Yo, you heard what Dave said about you? Trying to pit two black men against each other, and the shit did not work. He took the high road, and he did it nicely. He rolled with the punches, And like I said, man, I cannot stress it enough. If you have not went to go see 8 minutes and 46 seconds, you need to go see that. It is one of Dave Chappelle's finest works. The 8:46, referring to the 8 minutes and 46 seconds that the officer, Derek Chauvin, had his knee on George Floyd's neck. It just so happens to be also the time, I believe, that Dave Chappelle said he was born, and it was another connection with the time. But Dave was mad as hell. Dave was mad as hell. And he also took a shot at someone else. Like I said, I don't want to give too much details because I know that some of you have not seen it, which if you haven't, you're being foolish. Go and check it. But Candace Owens, he took a shot at Candace Owens, said she's a terrible person, she's a rotten person, and the bitch looked like a pussy stink. Is that something that's possible? Can you look at a bitch and determine that her pussy stink just by certain nuances, the way she moves? I believe you can. I've seen it. I believe you can. Maybe when he said a pussy stink, he really meant her attitude stink. It is what it is, man. But Dave went hard body on her. Candace Owens, to me, she's a vile person. She's like a real example to me of self-hate. She is not for us. She is not for us at all. She tore down George Floyd, brought up his criminal history, and anytime you see her, well, once you know she's affiliated with Fox News, so you know who she's running with. She's definitely not running with Team Black Power, but it is what it is. But Dave set that ass on fire and put on blast. He put on blast, and she actually responded. I didn't take a chance. I didn't even pay attention to the response because I ain't give a shit. I had better things to do, and I'm rocking with Dave, so fuck her. It is what it is. Candace Owens, I'm rocking with Dave. Your pussy probably stink. It's something about your eyebrows that's telling me that. But like I said, she's a vile person. The classic example of an Oreo cookie. Black on the outside, white on the inside. And she spends most of her time disparaging Black Americans and just making it harder for us to progress. And I guess she's cool with doing that as long as she's getting the bag. But once again, I highly suggest you go check out 8:46 by Dave Chappelle. And he gave us a warning at the end. Rat-a-tat-tat. He spoke about the amount of offices that also were taken out as a result of blacks being taken out, connections by those guys to the military. Very, very deep. Go check it out, man. Go check it out. If I haven't sold you on it yet, within the 8 minutes and change I've been talking about it, I don't know what's wrong with you. But as I was saying, make sure you go over there and you join Hip Hop Heads Worldwide, the most popping group right now on Facebook. You could drop your music, your opinion on things. You could critique other artists' music. Just keep it respectful. If you do submit your music and it doesn't get approved, it's probably because your shit is trash, nigga. Nah, but everything will not be approved. We are primarily a hip hop group. We got a lot of trap and mumble artists that sign up and then be wondering why this stuff ain't getting approved on the group. You should read the fine print. Read the fine print, niggas. This is a hip hop group. Once in a while, we might have something slip through the cracks because it may have a tinge of hip hop element in it. But other than that, we primarily post hip hop music. Maybe anything relevant to hip hop culture, news, gossip, whatever. But if you want to get featured on the show, just make sure what you are posting is not trash. It's not trash. Also, as far as police brutality, Unfortunately, there's been another shooting in Atlanta. And this is the hot topic right now. There's been another shooting in Atlanta. Rashard Brooks was shot in the back in Atlanta while fleeing from police. The footage is rampant over the internet. I know a lot of times I show footage and all that, but you know what I mean? It's rampant. You Google it, you can see what's going on. Basically, he was asleep in the Wendy's parking lot. The cops woke him up, gave him a sobriety test. Somehow words was exchanged. Next thing you know, a scuffle ensued. Somehow he got his hands on the cop's taser and he ran. He ran and they shot him in the back. My thing is why they just didn't call for backup, seal off the neighborhood, get the helicopters in the air. You know what I mean? They could have just boxed him off. There was no need, in my opinion, to kill that young man. Y'all police. Y'all can lock it off. Y'all can get the choppers in. I think it was more of a raging and emotional response by the cop, probably being kind of embarrassed that he actually slipped out their clutches and took the taser. And they're trying to say that when he turned, he pointed the taser at them and it was a weapon. But even though in Atlanta, they consider a taser not to be a lethal weapon, and they did shoot him in the back. At the end of the day, you shot a man that was running away from you, not towards you. The cop that did the shooting was fired. His partner has been placed on desk duty. I don't have his name, but you could do your research and see that. Tensions, it's not like tensions is not already boiling over and we still got killings taking place of black men in America. His lawyer spoke very eloquently, very intelligently about the situation. And he was, like he said, basically what I said, why was there a need to kill him? They could have just boxed him off, called for backup or whatever. You know what I mean? That he also put the job of policing in perspective by stating what we all know. The police the police officer is one of the most powerful jobs, if not the most powerful job anyone can have in the United States. You're basically out there and you have the power to restrain and kill. And the way the system is currently situated, most of them are getting away with killing, especially when it's not called for. You know, so the Black Lives Matter marches are still going on. A lot of marches still going on. And the Wendy's was burned to the ground. I don't know why they burnt the Wendy's to the ground. I don't know if someone in Wendy's called and said, there's a guy in the parking lot. So they said, oh, if it wasn't for you, we're going to burn your shit to the ground. I don't know why it was burned to the ground, maybe just to add to the chaos and the madness. But right now, we're going to get into some music. And we doing Bruce Wane all night. This is one of my bangers. This one is called Respect the DJ. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. You already know why we came. Let's do it. Hey, yo. Ain't no party like a turned out party, cause a turned out party don't stop. And if the DJ's killing it, tell him keep killing it. Make sure the music don't stop. Say I'm hater proof. I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. I get that bag. Say I'm hater proof. I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. I get that bag. Back just a glance, give a hernia. And she's a dance floor murderer. But these standing around the furniture, but I'ma risk it all just for a turn with ya. I don't flip, I don't dip, I don't wobble dance. Say that for them in the funny pants. Funny hairstyle, spending funny money. I got the hood rich Warren Buffett money. The women, girl, you're gonna need a breather. Curves on your frame, got it, the Ega. Black or white girl, jungle fever. I don't discriminate, back to your Shaniqua. Hot, yeah, I'm hotter than the Smurder dance. I only two-step out of circus dance. Triple shot of Henny, that's that bedroom bully. But on deck, girl, with me. Ain't no party like a turned out party, cause a turned out party don't stop. And if the DJ's killing it, tell him keep killing it. Make sure the music don't stop. Say I'm hater proof. I'm hater proof. Say I get that
show love to my Ciroc boys. My hustle getting straight off the block boys. My welcome home fresh from a top boys. I let a body speak through the club noise. I mean peer, yeah, we phenomenal. I'm the king, she the queen, party animal. Lioness killing them in a new dress. Boy, I put the roof in the roofless. But I came to party and shoot less. Shorty handcuffed in the God like he under arrest. Whispers in my ear, I'm a wanted man. Ask about my shirt, that's that dapper thing. What I'm doing after this, what's my plan? Me and you, mom, stop playing. Dang, ain't no party like a turned out party, cause a turned out party don't stop. And if the DJ's killing it, tell him keep killing it. Make sure the music don't stop. Say I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. Say I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. They say the city's on fire, we ain't worried about that. Haters gonna hate, we ain't worried about that. The cops is outside.
Yeah. That one's called Respect the DJ. That one's called Respect the DJ. That single is now available exclusively at BWLEp9.com. Shouts out to all the DJs that are supporting that record, that is currently supporting that record. It is available on quite a few record pools out there. DJ City, Funkmaster Flex's Franchise Record Pool, Wicked Record Pool, Midnight Record Pool. It's just available on a lot of record pools. And like I said, if you're a DJ, because the shit is a banger, you can go pick that up from BruceWayne.com, or if you're in a record pool, just go and get that. But back to some more news. It just seems like the plight of the black man is just, it's Governor Cuomo in New York has passed some legislation that's trying to make things better as far as being able to see police records, seeing their past records. I believe that he's given the 500 precincts in New York a year to restructure themselves and their disciplinary system, their policing system to work with the community, or they will not be receiving state funding. They will not be receiving state funding. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction as far as getting a hold of what is police gone mad, power madness, the power of God. God's out there choosing who lives and who dies, playing judge and jury on the street. And like I said, even when they're wrong, they are beating the charges. Jay Pharoah, for those that don't know Jay Pharoah rose to fame by doing a bunch of, he was really good at doing impressions of people like Eddie Murphy, Mike Tyson. He had a couple of people under his belt. But Jay Pharoah, he played President Obama a few times on SNL. He was a great comedian. It's funny because he left SNL because he said he doesn't feel he was being given that many opportunities, and SNL was a racially charged environment that seemed like black people and people of color and anyone other than the white cast members weren't getting certain opportunities. So that's why he bounced. He transitioned into movies, appeared in a few movies, hosted a few things as far as award shows and different things of that nature. But he came out and revealed that he had a similar experience with LAPD that George Floyd had in Minneapolis. He said he was out jogging. Cops rolled up on him. He didn't think they was talking to him because he said he had his headphones on or whatever. Next thing he said he knows, he was down on the ground. One of the cops had their knee in his neck, and he came out the situation. You know what I mean? The video's out there. He was very emotional, very choked about it. He said this happened like a week before the Ahmaud Arbery case. So a lot of people are asking why he didn't come out before. A lot of people are saying this might be an attention whore move. You know, people are just crazy. Trying to say he's trying to reignite his career. His joint kind of slowed down, so this is an attention whore move. I don't know if it's an attention whore move or if I agree with that assessment. He seemed very traumatized about it. But something stuck out to me. And when he asked them, when they found out who he was, they let him go. Obviously, he's Jay Pharoah, asked them to Google him. But what they used was the tradition, the thing they always use when it comes to a black man. The good old-fashioned, you fit the description. You fit the description. That's like the go-to card, right? The go-to. You fit the description. So anyway, they told him that someone that fit his description, that was when gray sweatpants and a hoodie and whatever else he was wearing. And after he told them to Google him and see who he was, they came back and said, oh, someone called him and told him it wasn't him. This is what I'm saying when people play with your intelligence. Someone called them and told them it wasn't him. These cops are off the chain. I personally think he should have came out sooner with the situation, with the story. He's in a celebrity role. Maybe if he'd have came out and talked about his experience, it might have went nationwide. And the situation with George Floyd may have not happened because, like he said, those cops had their knees, and the cop had his knee in his neck as well. But he's speaking out now. He said he lived a sheltered life. That was like his first encounter with police. If you are raising a black child, you know, I know a lot of parents want to keep them sheltered, but sometimes you got to expose them to the harsh realities of the world. And one of those harsh realities is how to deal with the police in America. So I believe his parents should have took the time out to school him on that, you know. But shouts out to Jay Pharoah, man. Also, there's some stupid shit going on around the nation. I've seen a few pictures of it, and you know, I just try to look at things a little on a deeper perspective. A lot of people are outraged. Some shit running around called the George Floyd Challenge. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I seen a picture, and believe it or not, things are circling around on these pictures are circulating on Facebook and Instagram and on social media of people doing dumb shit like this. People doing dumb shit like this, going around and staging mock scenarios that imitates George Floyd's death with the knee on his neck. That's what these people are doing. Take a closer look. What's the purpose? What is the purpose? Where's the humor in this? What's the purpose? Anyone that saw the video and saw how this man died, saw how gross it was, how negligent it was, and just how vile it was. So why would you go around doing some dumb shit like that? You know, these people are doing the George Floyd Challenge. But this is where shit come back to bite you in the ass, right? One of the guys caught doing this was fired when the picture came out. He was a FedEx worker. Another one was suspended. He's a correction officer. So shit came back to bite them in the ass. So when you see people do stuff like this, family, don't ever get riled up. Because you're hurting yourself. This isn't the 60s, bro. You're not getting away with this. You're not gonna just do some dumb shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And then think that it's gonna stay buried. And the funny thing is young people, young white males are doing this. So if you was aspiring to be a police officer, it's a wrap. And I'm glad, because now we know that you ain't gonna be on the force or in any position, politics, any position of authority or power. This is gonna come back and bite them in the ass. So the George Floyd Challenge was actually, you doing that, actually, you killed yourself. Any aspirations you may have of ascending and becoming a bigger undercover asshole, you've outed your own self. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Batman Bruce Wane. I'm here every Sunday at 8 p.m. You're now tuned in to Bruce Wane Live, where I run through some news and things that's important, things that's happening in the world, talk my shiznit, and play some music. Matter of fact, we're going to get into some more music. Jump into some more music. You're getting the Batman all night, baby. All night. This one's called Light Show. Let's go. Off the Earl Matter Go to Rap album. Let's go. Let's get it.
Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Let's go. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Yeah. Shine some bright niggas like who put them lights on. Get them in the frenzy like the fight's on. How about some hardcore my fight song? I'm from the Bronx, who told you come through with that ice on. Many crumbled, but I persevered. Fought my demons and conquered my fears. The God's still here. Battle tested, battle ready. Pen game sharper than machete. Bet that Betty. Pen game sharper than any. I should get an Emmy. Before VIP, Armadale and blowing hookers. You can find me in the projects with the stormtroopers. You ain't live there, come through and get your shit stomped. Always give us hustle, rob niggas and bear arms. Nothing to lose, no purpose and no direction. Trap my environment and my complexion. They all promise change just to win elections. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Let's go. At 14, I was going in and out of town. Me and my man looking back, I was bugging wild. Chasing sales and chasing tail. Not knowing all the future held was death in jail. Before I smartened up and threw on my thinking cap. Thought I was on the road to riches, yeah, cozy rap. Came home, mama put my ass out the house. Made no difference though, I was never in the house. Niggas knew my temper, make it punched in your mouth. Niggas knew my team of wild and air niggas out. I got ringed up in school by the God bodies. Told me I was God and I could be somebody. Despite that, most of us still went to jail. No opportunities though, how could we excel? Hood smoldering, pigs patrolling. Get caught, never snitch, silence is golden. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Let's go. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Long as my real niggas with me, I'm all good. Long as my real bitches with me, I'm all good. Roll something, spark something, illuminate the hood. Roll something, spark something, illuminate the hood. The conclusion and synopsis is, no matter where you're from or how you live, life's a bridge. Build them blocks and see it through, so you're staring at the better you. Let's go. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Shine together. Life's a light show, so let's shine. Illuminate bright, make your haters blind. Brave the rough times and stormy weather. Rally your allies and shine together. Make them hate you more.
Yeah. That one's called Light Show. That one is actually off the Dark Knight album, The Day the Earth Stood Still. That is out now, available on all platforms. Make sure you go pick that up. The Dark Knight album, the Dark Knight album, Fight for Gotham. The Dark Knight, I gotta settle in, man. The Dark Knight album 2, Fight for Gotham, available now everywhere. I am live, so if bloops and blunders happen, it is what it is. Make sure you go pick that album up, featuring myself, Chris Rivers, Papoose, Fam Illy. It is a banger. It is definitely a banger. Available everywhere. The Dark Knight album 2, Fight for Gotham. Heralded as a classic by Hip Hop DX and Hip Hop Wired. Yes, it is. COVID-19. It's out there. It still lives among us. The numbers are down in New York. Places are opening up. Things are starting to get back to normal, but it seems like things will truly get back to normal until we finally have a vaccine. Until then, they're still advising people to exercise some caution, which a lot of people are not doing. But, you know, you got to take care of yourself. Right now, I just want to give a shout out to a hip hop legend. Shouts out to Scarface. He just came out and he's at home. He just came out the hospital not too long ago, and he's at home still recovering from the effects of COVID-19. He was hit by the virus. He's a legend. Salutes to him. If you don't know who Scarface is, he's one of the members of the legendary group Ghetto Boys, which also consisted of Bushwick Bill and Willie D. Shouts out to Willie D. He does a great show as well. I've seen it a few times. And one of their biggest hits the Ghetto Boys had was Mine's Playing Tricks on Me. Everybody knows that, the famous horn and piano and all type of instruments going on in that. But shouts out to Scarface, man. He did an interview and he was just saying how much of a toll the virus took on him, and he's never been in a fight like that in his life. And he's made it. He has made it. And salutes to him. COVID has touched me personally, has touched my family, and it's no joke. It's no joke. But shouts out to the legend. You know what I mean? Make sure you leave a comment too, man. I am live, so if I can't respond to any of your comments, I will get to them after the show, or I'll try to get to them during the show. Thank y'all for tuning in. The NFL, ever since all hell broke loose after the George Floyd murder, a lot of companies backpedaled on their stances, and the NFL was one of them. Roger Goodell, NFL commissioner, came out and actually issued an apology to black players and said that the NFL recognizes the plight of the black man in this society. That was big of them, you know what I mean? But was it a strategic move, or was it a sincere move? Was it just a move to make sure they keep asses in the seats? Because we're at a point now where we're starting to recognize our power. This new generation is with it. They bout it. And you corporate motherfuckers, we will boycott your ass. The black dollar, the strength of the black dollar is nothing to play with. We know the strength we have. That's why you try to oppress us so much, to try to fool us that we're powerless, when actually economically and physically we can bring this country to its knees. But that's a whole other situation. I'm going off the rails, which I do sometimes during the show. But the NFL came out and gave that apology. And they also just came out and said that they're pledging $250 million over the next 10 years to fight systematic racism. How do you feel about that? Do you feel the NFL is sincere? You can leave that in the comments. Roger Goodell just said the NFL is going to be giving out $250 million over the next 10 years to fight systematic racism in America. That is all fine and dandy, you know, and whether it's sincere or not, we can debate about that all day. The point is, we made them blink. They made the move. We're in control, right? What I don't like is the fact that even though he came out, the NFL came out and apologized, and now they're giving money to systematic racism in the U.S. What about this man? What about this man? What about the core of the movement? This is the core of the movement right here. Colin Kaepernick. My fault, Cap. Colin Kaepernick. This is the reason why this is happening. Because this man decided to take a knee, and when he took that knee, he got a lot of flack, a lot of heat. Trump got in office, called for his head, couldn't get a job on no NFL team. The man was blackballed by the league, blackballed, and not a minor blackball, or we're wondering if he's blackballed, or Maybe our minds is playing tricks on us. They just can't be outright just blackballing a guy like that. Guess what? Our minds was not playing tricks on us. They were just outright blackballing this man straight up. And now look, karma, baby, karma, the universe, whatever's making this tick, whatever's making this thing tick, this whole life experience that we're going through has came back and bang, you got this clown, this jackass, this murderer, kills this man with a knee by putting a knee in his neck, and this man was protesting with a knee a year, 2 years, maybe it was 3 years before that. Now what? I believe that the NFL should apologize to this man. I believe the NFL should apologize to Colin Kaepernick, and he should get a job. He should get a job. He should be able to try out for these teams. Matter of fact, skip the tryout process. At this point, you need to just have him select where the hell he wants to go. But this is where you talk about trying to keep people from attaining more power. You know what I'm saying? Because if the NFL apologizes to him, what status does that raise him to? Would he want to get back into football, or would he want to start a career in politics? Because he's well-spoken. I've seen him. I've seen you speak, Cap. He's well-spoken. He's educated. And for them to apologize to him, it scares them, because this man took up a cause. Even though Black Lives Matter was doing what they was doing, he took up a cause that has sparked. It has sparked things. Like I said, things came around in the circle, and this guy can go way beyond being a football player. 15 years from now, this man might become the second black president, because he's got the hearts and soul of black people. And now he's got the hearts and soul of a lot of white people, especially white people that at first was against his protests. He's disrespecting the flag. The man was never disrespecting the flag. He was taking a knee because of police brutality and the way blacks is being treated in America. This has become a global movement. I want to see if the NFL is brave enough to apologize to this man, because I think that if they believe that if they apologize to him and single him out and put him in front of that world stage, they may be creating a political monster. Sky's the limits for that man, Colin Kaepernick. It is what it is. That's the Batman's take on it. Leave a comment. Make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share. Make sure you throw some comments on it. I'm here, baby. I'm here. I will respond. I'm live, like I said, so anything is bound to happen. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not watching this on YouTube, leave wherever you're at watching it after you've enjoyed it and go and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Also, make sure you join the most poppin' group on Facebook, Hip Hop Heads Worldwide. It's not just a group, it's a movement. It is a movement. Hip hop culture, hip hop lifestyle. Hip hop runs the world internationally. Started in the Bronx, and now it is worldwide. So make sure you get down with the movement. Make sure that's something that you do. Also, the boob is back. The boob. Your president, because he's your president, Donald J. Trump. Trump is back. But before we get into that, I don't know, man. I think I want to play some music before I talk about Trump. I'm going to play, it's Bruce Wayne all night, baby. This one's Killer Soundboy. Your boy, the Batman, Bruce Wayne, featuring Papoose, Bronx, Brooklyn. Let's go.
The Batman. Oh, things just got better. tonight. Yeah. A lot of them going to suffer tonight. Cause this session is getting hotter. And this your dance is under fire. The mic ravager plus the dough gatherer. Act up, get killed on camera. Hammer splatter ya. Separate me from the bunch, I'm not the average. Duffel bag full of rappers' heads, he's a savage. I don't want the crowns, I want the heads that they rest upon. Wonder why he limping, gun about the size of Megatron. The Megadon, lay a nigga, word is bond. Sound boy killer, rude boy terminator. Home invasion stuff is corpse in the refrigerator. Catch me later? Nah, if I catch you first. Especially if you owe me paper, fuck a Uber, call a hearse. The God's verse, crack earth and moves mountains. Stop niggas in their tracks like wolves howling. Sound boys get found in a pool of blood for the patch of the Bronx. Body wrapped in the rug, buried like potato spuds. Bruce Wayne will eat your cups, blow a L while I dine, blasting computer love. A lot of people going to feel good tonight. Look at 'em. So a lot of sound boy are gonna end up a fight. But remember to praise the champion, and he will guide throughout this session. It's
I got rap skills, I pack still, grew up where it's mad real. The gun so big, I shoot it on one knee like when Cap kneel. These rappers weirdos, man, they be popping mad pills. When I got a headache, I don't even pop Advil. Was on the block letting the strap pill. Since Curtis Lever and the Guardian Angels was screaming out crack kills. Brownsville, we up and down the hill just like Jack Jill. Vicious like Tyson when he came out of the Catskills. I be going stupid hard, they be like Pap chill. Lights, gas, cable, water, man, I got mad bills. You be in the strip club getting free fills. Touching on the strippers and don't pay them just for cheap thrills. They know I'm nice from Poughkeepsie down to Peekskill. They'll tell you none of these niggas can fuck with peace skills. You ain't G-real, take a shot, refill. Niggas know I'm quick to pop a woolly like Meek Mill.
Watch me song when I tremble. Watch me song when I pray. Watch me song while I tremble. Watch this song while I pray. It don't take a rocket scientist or Einstein to hear that the flow is prime time. Y'all just rhyme. My shit resonates like old Negro spirituals. Criminal minded the way my bars kills is criminal. Cut from the cloth for kings, the savage warriors. Go against him, they're gonna question your competence. I murder sound boys, show up at the funeral. Blasting my latest release at the funeral. Probably take a pic with your moms at your funeral. Quote a passage out the Quran before they sing for you. I'm awesome, out of this world, like a Martian. I blow foes the bitch, I'm C4 walking. Explosive, acidic on tracks, and corrosive. I decimate, near when you see me, the Black Moses.
Wow. Like I said, this is live. So anything is bound to happen. Audio slipped for a minute, so we got to rewind that. As I was saying, shouts out to my man Papoose, Bronx and Brooklyn on that one. Shouts out to the entire New York, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Staten Island. Shouts out to my Philly people, to my Boston people, to my Canada people, to my UK folk. You know what I mean? Everyone watching the show, Black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, even though all of those are black. That's a whole other topic for another time. But just shouts out to all ethnicities tuning into the show. Black, Spanish, Latino, Haitian, Trinidadian, Jamaican, the world, Caucasian. You know what I mean? But back to this boob, like as I was saying on my left, Trump. on my right, depending on how you're seeing it. Trump is being sued. He's being sued. I don't know how many of you guys seen it, but I watch a lot of CNN, and I saw it in live time when Trump just came out the White House. But before he came out the White House, there was a peaceful protest taking place in front of the White House, and it was interrupted because Trump wanted to go across the street and take a photo op with a Bible. And so this boob had protesters, tear gas, peaceful protesters, mind you, these were peaceful protesters, tear gassed, and also had rubber bullets shot at them. And these people were protesting peacefully because Donald J. Trump wanted to go across the street and take a photo op. This man wants to be a dictator. This man wants to be Vladimir Putin, Fidel Castro, Kim Jong-un, Little Rocket Man. This man wants to be Zod. He wants to be Zod. That's who he wants to be. And he's being sued. The people suing him and saying that their First Amendment rights were impeded upon. And they also, they're going to be claiming injury. You got tear gas burning up your face and rubber bullets being shot at you. So that's just another lawsuit this clown has to look forward to once he leaves office. This is the United States of America, bro. You know what I mean? We know you got dictator aspirations, but I think you'll really see people take to the streets if you try not to leave after being voted out democratically and you decide, I'm staying here. We dare you. Also, Starbucks coffee. I don't know how many of you guys drink Starbucks. I'm not really a Starbucks drinker like that. I've had the coffee, but I'm not like someone that every morning I have to go and have a cup of Starbucks coffee. But Starbucks has backpedaled. Starbucks was forbidding the employees to wear Black Lives Matter apparel, anything to supporting the movement at work. It was against their regulations. But they backpedaled once they got a lot of media flack. Starbucks got a lot of media flack about it. And they backpedaled. Look at that paganist. Look at that pagan symbol right there. That mermaid with that star and that crown. That pagan symbol. But Starbucks backpedaled. And it's funny that Starbucks didn't let these people, let the employees just do it in the first place. Starbucks has a very sketchy history when it comes to Black rights and Black people's rights being infringed upon. Some of y'all will probably remember back in 2018 when at a Starbucks, I forgot where it was located, they actually called the police on 2 Black men that were in the Starbucks in 2018 that was just there waiting for a friend. The Starbucks caught a lot of heat behind that. A lot of people protested, celebrities protested. They sent out apologies. They said that they trained their employees gave employees sensitivity training, and they did all these things to cultivate an environment of diversity in Starbucks. But then you're forbidding the employees to wear shirts, buttons, or anything they'd like to support the movement of Black Lives Matter movement and Black people fighting for equality and justice in this country. Very hypocritical. That lets me know that the first apology wasn't sincere. It was just about the outcry that happened. And as I have said, the power of the Black dollar cannot be underestimated. We have got to start not supporting and soliciting these entities, companies, or individuals that is not in the best interest of our people. Also, some weird news, some weird shit, because people are just weird and stupid like that. There was a guy that actually tried to take advantage of this man's death in some weird way. This man tried to trademark George Floyd's name. He actually tried to trademark George Floyd's name. This man has no connection with George Floyd's family. He's never met George Floyd. He's not a friend. He just decided to go and try to trademark George Floyd's name for use in movies and shows. I believe his name is, I'm going to try, I had it written down because it's hard to pronounce, is Manu Mushanj. Manu Mushanj. It definitely sounds like, I don't know if it's an African or whatever descent it is, but this is a trifling dude. To go and try to trademark the name of a man that has perished in such a manner, just a foul act. Where's your brain at? Yo, people is wild. We're going to jump to some more music real quick. This was, I blasted this off this week. This is off the Earl Madigo, the rap album. This is one of my classic joints. This one is called Brighter Days. Let's go.
Yeah. Black soul. Let's go. Brighter days. Come on. Yeah. Always hope. Yeah. Let's do it. I could have easily been Eric Garner. Your son could have been Trayvon. America the beautiful, depending on the time of day and the block you're standing on. Depending on your skin pigment. Depending on your bank statement. Speak the truth or see how fast to turn around and claim that you out here speaking hatred. Man, my people want equal justice. My people want equal treatment. Create more jobs, build schools, stop placing all our black babies in the precinct. It's been 100+ years, but the pain is still fresh. The images still bring tears. Man, they lynched us and mobbed us. Said we were soulless and godless. But black don't crack our contributions to history, undisputable and marvelous. Sing it, baby. Yeah. Right there. Sweet soul. Yeah. All praises due. And dear mama like Tupac. Mama, have I told you lately you rock? And I ain't talking about no jukebox. Because of you, I wear my pride high like 2 socks. You told me there would be better days. Cleaning the house, playing Isaac Hayes. You kept us fed, kept us clothed, beat our ass when we would act up, yeah, misbehave. I thank God for my strong mama. I thank God for my upbringing. Project life, though trife, wild nights, fist fights made me who I am, that's a given. Yeah, some convinced that we in hell. I'm convinced they don't know shit. Just confused like me, wondering what is life, what is death, and where do we fit? Some convinced that we in hell. I'm convinced they don't know shit. Just confused like me, wondering what is life, what is death, and where do we fit? Sing it, baby. Let's go. Brighter days. Always be brighter days. Always be brighter days. Sing it, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Brighter days. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. That one's called Brighter Days. That one is available everywhere. That one is off the Earl Madigo of Rap, my second album. Just brought it back because I felt it fit the climate of the time. A lot of people is going to give me a lot of love on that. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the DJ spinning that. I'm winding down, family. I don't like to go over an hour. You know what I mean? That's just how I do. Once again, make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on Instagram, this will be rebroadcasted on Instagram, Twitter, all the known means, all the known means of broadcasting in the universe, all the social networks. Make sure you go subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this. Also, make sure you go and subscribe. Make sure you go and join Hip Hop Heads Worldwide as well, and keep up with the movement. Keep up with the movement. You know what I mean? You see that big, all the flags We on the international thing right now. Hip hop, birthed in the Bronx, grown worldwide. That's what we on right now. That's what the Batman's on. If you'd like to reach out to Bruce Wane for any interviews, bookings, like me to feature on any of your albums, mixtapes, whatever you got going on, want to boost your credentials in the game by having Bruce Wane feature in one of your songs or whatever, reach out to thatmusicpro@gmail.com. It's not free though, niggas. You need to have a budget. The Batman does not work for free. But it's thatmusicpro@gmail.com. Also make sure to go and shoot over to www.brucewayne.com to keep up with the Batman. That's my personal site. Also make sure you shoot over to www.wayneenterprises.com and join that as well. That's my multimedia site where you can keep up on the latest hip-hop news, world news, and entertainment news. If you like the show, if you like what I'm doing, you can also make a donation at the Cash App. I'm just doing that because I see that's what everybody else does. So fuck it. Mine's is up there too, niggas. $ Wane Enterprises. Everything is right there. It's the Batman. Thank you for tuning in. I am out of here, family. I am out of here. Until next time, make sure you stay COVID-free and keep on filming these crooked-ass police. Film them, niggas.